Postseason baseball on the show is in full swing. It's Game 3 of the AL Championship Series between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Kansas City Royals. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. With me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
And guys, you know I don't like the phrase must win if it's not a must-win situation. It's so overused. But even though this isn't technically a must-win game, boy, you go down 3-0 to this bunch, well, you're going to be in a whole lot of trouble. So they need to come up with a huge effort here.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 Kansas City Royals.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two guys who'll get the ball here in Game 3. Time now for a look at the Rays' starting 9. What's this lineup got to do tonight to get a W on the road, Steve?
Well, I think what they need is a little bit more consistency from the middle of that order. They need production with runners in scoring position.
Dominic Walter gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do we...
Last start, he threw 7 complete innings, but still didn't get a decision. We'll see if he can get the W this time around.
And with that, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for Kansas City. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, Dexter Fowler, one of those long, lanky outfielders with those great strides that can cover ground, does a great job of running down balls, has a good throwing arm, and basically just a reliable outfielder.
Matt Joyce will get his shot now. Great power numbers during the regular season. Still searching for that first home run in the postseason, however.
And these guys really need him to start producing because it seems like pitchers have the upper hand in the postseason. You're always facing the other team's best. And they've pretty well neutralized him all October long.
Now the first pitch of the night is looked at for ball 1 as we get underway right at 7:05 on the nose.
First pitch, 7:05.
That evens it up 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. Throw is up the line as it gets away. Oh, he may have been a little disoriented there or something. That's going to allow his man to reach first safely.
Talk about setting a bad tone for a ball game. First batter of the game, and they can't make a routine throw to first. You better hope that's not a sign of things to come.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Here's the 0-1. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
Slapped hard the opposite way. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Well, they just kept going away, and then finally he just said, might as well hit it to the opposite field. So that's a great approach right there, and it nets him a base hit.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
And you can bet they'll pitch him carefully with a couple guys on base.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Aoki is under it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 9, Will Myers.
Coming to the plate now, Will Myers. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Hot shot to third. And that's through into left, a base hit. And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base.
You talk about early pressure to start things out. My goodness, bases loaded now. Still only one out. And we might be looking at one of the crucial moments of this ball game, just 5 batters into it.
Trey Barnett will dig in now, and he's picked the wrong time of year for his bat to go silent.
Yeah, just one hit in the series so far for him, and they're going to have to get more out of his bat. But he's got to make sure he doesn't press up there, or that average is going to continue to go south.
And he'll start him with a high strike here on the fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Carl Dixon.
Well, Matt, I think Dixon has sometimes been thought of as a hitter's umpire. The book on him is that he can be a little bit tight on the edges of the strike zone. We'll see if that's the case.
Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And again, they try to take him down in the strike zone just to see if he'll go after that pitch below the knees. But with 2 strikes, he's been able to lay off that thing now twice in a row.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. On to Hosmer, a double play, and the inning is over. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. Back with more from Game 3 after this. And with that, here's a look at the hometown Royals starting lineup card. Who stands out to you, EK?
Yeah, you know, you have to be careful with Daddy Longlegs himself, Dexter Fowler. He always seems to come through in the clutch. Doesn't let the pressure of a big situation get to him, whether it's the first inning with nobody out or the 9th inning with 2 outs. His approach doesn't change, and that's a big reason why he delivers so often.
Chris Archer will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, he took the loss in his last start, but it was a complete game effort. Threw the ball very effectively. We'll see if he can get deep in this one as well.
And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for Tampa Bay. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, Asdrubal Cabrera is a show-stopping, acrobatic shortstop that dazzles fans with incredible plays on a regular basis. Look out for him to make some great plays on defense in this one.
Well, there you see Dexter Fowler as he'll be the one to commence the action in the bottom half of the first.
Dexter Fowler.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one. Got him out on his front foot there as it swung on and missed for strike one.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. And Fowler swings and misses as he's retired for round number one.
And for as hard as he throws, he's not just a thrower out there. I mean, this is pinpoint accuracy with his fastball. He puts it right on the knees on the inside corner. Not a whole lot you're going to do with that pitch.
Here's Nori Aoki. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1. Swing and a ball lined hard towards short, but right at the shortstop for the second out.
Batting third.
And with two away now, let's give you a look at what's happening in the National League Championship Series, as they've got a good one brewing over there as well. Eric Hosmer gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are two away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Archer's ready. Here's the 0-1. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Two out, nobody on. A ball and two strikes the count now with the bases empty and two away.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
Grounded back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a two-out hit.
Yeah, he was hoping for a quick. He's going to have a little work to do with a runner on and a dangerous cleanup hitter coming up.
So a runner at first with two away, and that'll bring up the DH, Billy Butler. From the stretch. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, I think that's a pitch we're going to see a lot of tonight. It's much different than that four-seam fastball, and he gets a lot of run on that thing.
Check to swing there and pops this one up. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Strike three called, and the inning is over. Royals leave one. After one, no score. as Dribble Cabrera makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Cabrera.
Into the windup and the pitch. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike one. Oh, good spot on the black for strike two. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, a little surprising you wouldn't pull the trigger on that one right there. This isn't anything fancy. Just a right over the top 4-seam fastball. Absolutely frozen.
Stepping in now, Corey Dickerson. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. No score here as we play inning number 2. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. There you see Angel Pagan. He'll bat next. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's ball 4.
Batting 8. Center fielder
Well,
16,
let's see it again in show motion.
Pagan.
I don't know. That's awfully close. And he might have got away with one there.
Angel Pagan will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Well, not really how you want to start the next guy after a walk. That pitch isn't even close.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
The 2-0 on the way. 3-0 now. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
And no doubt about this one. It's in there. 3-1.
Yeah, taking all the way right there. You better be taking 3-0 after he walked the previous guy.
Runners on first with 1 down. Hit hard up the middle. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
A little bad luck there defensively. If that's hit at an infielder, it's a double play. But instead, now you're in hot water here with one away.
Here's John Jaso now. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Here comes the 1-0. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Runners are at first and second with one away. Hit sharply on the ground. Siriaco for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We'll have more of Game 3 after this message. Salvador Perez will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second.
Perez.
Archer steps into his windup. Here's the first pitch. Tried to golf at it, but he missed strike one. Pulled high in the air out to left field. On the move is Joyce. He tracks it down. A nice running play, and there's one away.
Third baseman, Mike Moustakas.
Mike Moustakas will get a shot here, and he's looking to get off the schneid. Hitless in the series so far.
And he's an important guy to get going. If they're going to have any chance in this series, he really needs to start getting a little more involved.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Now a swing as he foul tips it here, and right off his arm behind the plate. That hurts. Well hit, but right into the teeth of the shift. And that's through for a hit.
This is a very good approach here with two strikes. It's a smart approach. You know, he's not trying to come out of his shoes here. He just makes a good two-strike adjustment and delivers a nice solid base hit. That's how you do it.
Omar Infante takes his first shot here with a runner at first now and one away. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Joyce is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Batting eighth, left fielder, Justin Maxwell.
Justin Maxwell set to take his first cuts with a man at first and two away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball one. Line drive to left. In there, a base hit.
Batting ninth, the shortstop,
Pedro Siriaco gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Chopped weakly to the left. Cabrera's up with it. On to first, and the Royals can't cash in as the inning is over. Royals strand a pair. Will move to the third with no score. Matt Joyce is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Ripped down the first base line. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
The second baseman, number 18, Ben Zobrist.
Settling in now, Ben Zobrist. He reached on a single in his first try. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Hot shot on the ground to short. Fielded by Siriaco. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now, these infielders have been busy early on, and that's another ground ball out for them. Probably not going to be the last one we see either.
So 2 away now for the slugger Evan Longoria. First pitch on its way. Cut fastball inside. Ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
That's wide. 2-0. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Infante is there for it. And the inning is over. Dexter Fowler will be the one to lead it off when we come back. Home half of the third coming up. No score. And there is Dexter Fowler. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Dexter Fowler.
Archer looks in. First pitch on its way. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Joyce moves over near the line as he puts it away for the first out of the inning.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
Nori Aoki stands in for the second time. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
First offering on its way. This one's flared out toward left. Joyce waits on it. And that's the second out of the inning.
And this is a situation where you've got back-to-back flyouts from two guys who really need to start hitting the ball on the ground. That speed isn't doing you any good when you're hitting lazy fly balls.
Striding into the box, Eric Hosmer. He singled his last time up. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Squared that one up just a little late. Our score. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. KC down in order. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. Will Myers is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the fourth inning. 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
Oh, got him a swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
And we've seen a lot of that pitch here in the first 4 innings, and it's been real effective for him, and that's another example right there.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
First baseman number
You know,
23.
it seems like every time we check these out and show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
Standing in now, Trey Barnett, as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
And you know, that's what they needed. It's just a 1-out single, nothing too amazing. But now at least you get that guy into the stretch and maybe give your guys a little hope up there.
Stepping in and ready for another shot as Drupal Cabrera, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
You know, and this is his power side from the left side. He's got quite a bit more pop in that bat hitting left-handed.
Throw over to the bag. Oh, and it froze him, and they got him.
But this is all about quickness with the right-handed pitcher on the mound. Here, they catch him in between steps at time, and the result is an easy pickoff.
Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. Chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Rounding first is Cabrera on his way to second now. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Boy, when you hit a ball into the gap like that, I don't care who the outfielders are, you have no chance of chasing that thing down. splits the outfielders perfectly, in for an easy double. And boy, you got some things going now.
Into the box now, Corey Dickerson, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. No runs, 5 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Cabrera rounds third and heads for home. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
In is the center fielder, Angel Pagan, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. So the 3 straight hits have that man right there, perhaps assessing his options.
3 straight 2-out hits, too. That makes any move a little more complicated.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
Well, I don't know how you start anything much better than this. That's 4 straight hits now. This one brings home a run, and they're all set up to bring home a crooked number if they can keep this going.
John Jaso gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
Hit hard back up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Matt Joyce steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning so far.
Well, this could be a huge inning or maybe the end of the inning. This is a pivotal at-bat and one of the turning points of this ballgame right here.
And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the 3rd out of the inning. So 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The Rays lead it 2-0. Billy Butler is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Archer gets the sign. First pitch on the way. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. This is line to left. Joyce has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Well, that one looked like for all the world it was a sure single leading off the inning. It was certainly hit hard enough, but evidently it was hit a little too hard as it winds up getting flagged down, and that's just a tough break.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez, as he'll take a look at ball 1. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he drops it. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. One out, nobody on. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
And this is where he gets so tough. He's seen everything you've got, but you still got to make one more good pitch to get him out.
Hit to short. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
Third baseman, number 8, Mike.
So a runner at first with one man gone. And standing in, the left-handed hitting third baseman, Mike Moustakas. Here's the first pitch to him. Runner goes for second. Tap foul at home plate.
And I've got a little Moustakas trivia for you here. When he was drafted second overall in 2007, a high school teammate of his, Matt Dominguez, was selected 12th overall. They were only the 6th pair of high school teammates to be selected in the first round of the same draft.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fought off at the plate, and will do it again. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Here's another example of a guy pitching to contact here. He doesn't need to strike everybody out. Just get him off balance, and this winds up a routine pop-up.
Omar Infante to stand in as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Hit in the air to straightaway center. And Pagan will glide over and put it away as that ends the inning. One left for Kansas City. They trail it here 2-0. Ben Zobrist will start things out here for the Rays, to be followed on deck by Evan Longoria. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Hard hit ball to second. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The third baseman, number 3, Evan Longoria.
Evan Longoria will dig in. 0 for 2. He's flied out and popped out so far.
Just getting under it right now. See if you can make an adjustment and keep that top hand strong this time.
High in the air out to center field. Fowler is under it. 2 down.
This is just proving that you don't always have to strike guys out to be successful. That's a good job of changing up on a guy, and that means he's gotten the first 2 outs here on just 3 pitches.
Will Myers will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Swing and a liner. Foul. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Line drive to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, he'd had some high-stress innings here so far. It was looking like he turned a corner and was on his way to a much-needed 1-2-3, but he's going to have to get in the stretch here after all.
Trey Barnett digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
And now you got to regroup after the two-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Right side, hit hard. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are two aboard now.
Yeah, sometimes after two outs, you can let your guard down out there on the mound. But all of a sudden, back-to-back hits have given him a bit of a wake-up call here.
As Dribble Cabrera stands in, trying to make it 3 straight two-out hits. He's got a runner in scoring position at second.
And you know how good hitting can prove contagious in an inning. Let's see if he can keep it rolling.
Lays off 1-0. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And no one will get this one. He's set. Here comes the 1-1 to short. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Rays strand a pair. They're up 2-0. Justin Maxwell will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront, and this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
And that's waved at and missed for strike one.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
When a guy like this on the mound has got you down 0-2, that's a tough hole to climb out of.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Into the box now, Pedro Siriaco. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball one. And he misses again, 2-0.
And I think with no one on base, you know, this is a guy you need to come after. I certainly wouldn't be afraid to give him a fastball here.
over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
And now he's made most of the hitters inside conscious. And, of course, that opens up the outside corner when he has to go there.
No runs, 4 hits. 1 error so far for Kansas City. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Oh, just an excellent sequence on the mound that time, and we're going to run you right back through it right here on Show Track. Now you're going to notice as the dots come up, the trend, pretty evident. Everything's going to be down around the knees or lower. Now the more you can stay out of any guy's wheelhouse, the better off you're going to be, and it worked perfectly right here.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. Swing and a shot to third, but gloving it down there at third is Longoria. Quick reactions that time, and the inning is over. Royals go down 1-2-3. They're still down. It's 2-0. Lewis Coleman will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 31, Lewis Coleman.
Corey Dickerson will lead things off as the Rays look to get something going in their half of the 6th.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
And now that Royals bullpen will get busy as we see both a southpaw and a right-hander get loose. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. And that'll get down for a base hit.
You talk about a guy who's really stepped it up all throughout this postseason. Here's your man right here. And he's on base again as he leads off the inning with a base hit.
In is the center fielder, Angel Pagan. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And he thought to bunting here with the number 8 hitter up there.
Well, I'm more of a National League guy, so I'd maybe think about it. But in the American League, you just don't see it used all that often.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a looper to left. Maxwell has a play. 1 out.
This is a guy that doesn't really have great velocity, so when he elevates the fastball, it can lead to big problems. He gets away with it this time, though.
John Jaso steps in after hitting an RBI single his last time around. Into the seats, 0-1. A 1 pitch on its way. Up the middle and off the pitcher's leg. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the 2nd out at first. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg, and that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. Matt Joyce will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's doing what everyone else is.
And a fastball's in there for strike one. Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. One and one. Here it comes. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Ben Zobrist would be next. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
And on the mound, you'd like to finish this off, but still, you don't have to lay one in there on 3-2.
And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
You can't fault the pitch selection or the location there. It's well placed, maybe just a hair off the outside corner. But 3-2, that's where you want to be.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Two down, runners at first and second. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And now third base coach Tom Foley's waving him home. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the runner from second is in to score. And not in time as the second run scores.
Hey, here's a good look from up above here. This ball is just scalded right over the first baseman's head and down into the corner. He'll coast in with a 2-bagger, and that'll bring home 2.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Fowler has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. The Rays are in front, 4-0. Nori Aoki will stand in to start things off, as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just 1 hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
First delivery to him on the way. Now a bunt attempt here. On the ground up the middle. And that'll get on through into center field, so he's got himself a leadoff single.
One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. And now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
Eric Hosmer will dig in. 1 for 2 with a base hit back in the first inning of play. And that's in there for strike 1.
Now here's a good spot to finally break through against this guy. You've got the leadoff man on, the heart of the order's coming up, and maybe this is a good chance to get that goose egg off the scoreboard.
And he falls behind 0-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
On 0-2, If that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Hit well on the ground to first. One there. On to first, and that'll take care of Hosmer as well. It's a double play.
Boy, not an easy play out there by any stretch. He's got to hit the shortstop in stride while avoiding that runner who's directly in his path. But he's able to put a good throw right on the bag, and they wind up turning the double play.
Billy Butler will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
Here comes the first pitch. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one.
Perhaps exasperation would be the watchword in that first base dugout.
Yeah, and you know, it feels like it's been that way all night for him.
1-1.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Myers is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Nothing doing for the Royals. They trail here 4-0. Back here at Kauffman Stadium here in Kansas City. On to the 7th now in Game 3, but before it gets underway, we take a look at our game summary through the first 6. Derek Powers is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Derek Powers.
Will Myers will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance.
Tampa Bay, the right fielder, number 9, Will Myers.
Fastball in there for a called strike. Oh, 0-1, here it comes. Hit to third. Backhanded. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The first baseman, Trey Barnett.
Trey Barnett ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Now there's a changeup to start him out, but it drops low and away for ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That's inside. 2-0. Two and 0 count. Here it comes. Outside. 3-0 now.
I don't like the way they're working here. They're giving him way too much credit.
Yeah, if it's an inch or two outside, I think he'll chase it, but not when it's way off the plate.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. Grounded back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
Oh, yeah, he's got that magic wand going now. That's his 3rd hit in 4 trips, all of them singles, and he's been a tough out all game long.
Into the box as Dribble Cabrera. He'll swing it from the left side right here. Before the first pitch, a check at first. A dive, but he's back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Runners off for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. Not in time as he steals second.
And that may have been an out-and-out guess right there. He had to figure they weren't going to throw over twice in a row, so he's running on first movement, and he makes it to second base safely.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Two good pitches so far, both of them right at the knees. And you got to start thinking center of the diamond here. Shorten up a little bit. You've got to put something in play.
0-2 count, and the pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
But one thing he's shown so far, he's not afraid to work inside.
Yeah, with that base open right now, he shouldn't have to be afraid. If you do hit him, big deal. Get the next guy.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
You can just sense him starting to tense up out there on the mound. They had him down 0-2, and now he's struggling to make the perfect pitch, and it's not happening.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Check swing grounder to the right side. Infante charging this one on to first, and Cabrera's a ground out victim. 2 away.
All right, now you're looking at no way for them to manufacture a run, really. There's a guy on third now, but 2 outs. That really wasn't all that helpful.
Corey Dickerson digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
Well, when you break it all down, there are 3 things you got to have to be successful. Pitching, defense, and the clutch hitting. These guys have been able to ride all 3 so far. That's a big 2-out RBI there.
Angel Pagan steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy, and it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
Hit out towards second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Getting late. Stretch time now in Kansas City. It's the Rays 5 and the Royals nothing. Leading off the inning, Salvador Perez. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Weakly hit towards first. Barnett comes up with it, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
And this isn't always the way you want to play it here. I mean, it's late in the game. Your guys are losing. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to take a pitch or 2. Instead, he chases after the very first pitch, and it's an easy out.
Mike Moustakas will stand in. He's singled and popped out in his first 2 at-bats. And action now in the Tampa Bay pen as it looks like a right-hander's begun to get loose. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. A solo shot that time for Mike Moustakas. His first homer here in the series. As they get on the scoreboard here, it's 5-1.
And even though this is only one run, this is important, not just because it gets them on the board, but also because they needed something to get the dugout going a bit. Give them some life.
Omar Infante to stand in.
Second baseman,
Now tried to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side. Throw gets him, 2 down.
now batting.
Yeah, you could see he tried to hold back on the swing, but he already committed himself too far, and this becomes a waste of an...
In now, Justin Maxwell. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Grounded to third. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly.
Yeah, he nearly bailed him out here at first base. Let's check the scoop on show motion. He looks to be in good position to dig this ball out, but it just doesn't want to stay in the pocket. Close, but not quite. I know how he feels.
Into the box, Pedro Siriaco, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2.
And this has been a pretty good comeback from that leadoff home run. 2 straight outs now, and 2 strikes here as well.
A runner on first with 2 away. Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So it may be too little too late, but they're on the board here in the late going. We'll march on to the 8th. It's now a 5-1 ball game. Robbie Travis will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Robbie Travis.
John Jaso gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point.
John.
Deoner Navarro is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th. On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. Here it comes. Liner towards second. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat, maybe even a half heartbeat considering how fast his heart is beating right now. But he's on it all the way, and he winds up making the play.
Matt Joyce digs in. He reached on a walk his last time up and later came around to score. He's set. Here it comes. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And that is off the first base bag. And Hosmer won't be able to get a glove on it. It's a fair ball. And he will reach it first, but it's very possible that he might have had 2 bases there had that ball not hit the bag.
Let's take a look at all 5 pitches in this at-bat. He tries to tempt him here on the first one, but he does a good job of holding back. Then they come right back and even the count at 1-1. And he'll foul off these next 2 pitches. Here's the first. There's the second. And on the 5th pitch, finally gets the one he wanted, and he drives it for a base hit.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Lifted in the air out towards left center. There to take it is Fowler as that becomes out number 2.
The third baseman, number 3, Evan Longoria.
Evan Longoria will stand in. He flew out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit hard to short. Siriaco's there. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. 1 left for Tampa. They're up 5-1. Deoner Navarro will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out.
Catching, number 30, Deoner Navarro.
Carlos Torres is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th. Dexter Fowler will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Hit to first. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
Well, if you can ever win a game despite your defense, this is it. That's 3 errors now in the ball game, and they're very lucky to still have the lead.
Nori Aoki will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Here it comes, 0-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Boy, and this is just one of those spots where there's not a guy around that was going to do anything with this location. Here it is, knee high on the inside corner. There was no way for him to pull the trigger on that one.
Eric Hosmer comes forward to bat again. He was the victim of a double play last time around. Cut fastball taken for strike 1. And it's quickly 0-2. (5-1) our score as we play the 8th. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
Not too sure how you take that one on 0-2.
Yeah, not too sure how you call it a ball either.
Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Hit hard on the ground to second. To Cabrera for 1. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. Royals bats are quiet there. They're down here 5-1. Beautiful Union Station lit up here in Kansas City tonight as we're set for the remainder of this one from the K. Kelvin Herrera come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Digging in now, Will Myers. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here.
Will Myers.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
And you'd be in trouble at the plate if you fell behind 0-2 against this guy, so he's fortunate to hold up in time.
Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. The 1-2 pitch. And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now. The 2-2 pitch. Hit slowly back to the mound. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Yeah, and that's not always an easy play for a pitcher, especially when he has to barehand the ball. But luckily, he's got plenty of time out there, so he's able to set himself and then make a good, strong throw.
Standing in now, Trey Barnett, as he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. One count, and the pitch. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Sent on the ground out to second. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
And you know, against a lot of second basemen, this is going to be an infield single. But watch how he fields this thing and then maneuvers his body into a good throwing motion and unloads it quickly to get his man.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that pitch. That's on him way too fast.
Here's a fastball that he shoots on into left center, and that'll fall for a base hit.
Well, this looks like one of those swings where it was just a flat-out guess. This is not one of those guys where you can sit off speed and then just react to the fastball. You're not going to just react to 98. But give him credit however he did it. He put a good swing on that ball.
As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 2 out with the man at first. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to put this one away. Good reactions there, and the inning is over. Rays strand just the 1. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Billy Butler will stand in to lead things off here in the 9th, with his guys in danger of falling into a very difficult-to-escape 3-0 deficit. Victor Martinez is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base.
Number 41.
Wade Davis will be the new pitcher.
Number 17, Wade Davis.
Billy Butler will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the one run. That's it.
Out in front of it, strike one. And there's ball one. Close pitch, but just a bit outside. He wanted it, but it's 2-1.
Yeah, hard to believe that's not a strike. I don't know exactly where that would have missed.
A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Navarro scoops it up, one away.
Yeah, and you know, that's a nice play back there behind the plate. For a big guy, look how quickly he springs to his feet, gets rid of that mask, and then he finds the ball here to make the throw to first to get his man.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one. Bases are empty, one man out. A good tailing fastball for a strike, 1-1. One and one, here it is. This is hit high and deep out to left. Back goes Joyce. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. A solo shot here to left. His first homer so far in the series, and it's now a 5-2 game.
You can tell he was making a concerted effort to keep the ball down against this guy, but you just can't keep it down forever, and he finally got a pitch he could handle.
The third baseman, Mike Moustakas, now. He'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him because that thing was right down Broadway.
One out, nobody on. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home nine. There are two away now.
That's the way you want to see guys respond after giving up a home run. You know, some guys, they go into a shell, they hang their heads. Some guys get a little gun shy, they start to nibble at the corners. This guy, he gets teed off, and he comes right after the next guy in the lineup. If I'm a pitching coach, that's what I want to see.
Omar Infante to stand in. Swing and a liner, but this will be foul. 0-1, here's the pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking on the final out, so that's a tough pitch to lay off.
Close, but it's not over yet. That's ball two.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And another foul ball. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
Wow, what an at-bat he's having right now. He's fought off some tough pitches. He's laid off a few pitches like that one. And now he's worked his way back to a 3-2 count.
Hot shot down the line. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Hit hard up the middle. And that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now.
And you just had the feeling that even though they were down to their final strike, they were not going to go down easily. And now they're going to keep this game alive for at least one more batter.
Justin Maxwell steps in. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1. A runner on first with 2 away. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Swing and a miss, and now the Royals are down to their final strike. Try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
I smell another changeup coming here before too long.
Could even be right here.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every phase of the game.
Well, guys, as you know, if you're going to pick a time to have a big ball game, you may as well make it happen in the playoffs. And this man right here obviously did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. But this was one they definitely needed, and he came up with a huge performance here.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Rays are victorious in this one, 5-2. Good night from Kansas City.
The final line score for our ball game tonight: for the victorious Rays, 5 runs, 16 hits, 3 errors. They left 13 men on base. For Kansas City, 2 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game: 3 hours and 4 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Kauffman Stadium, 40,793. The Royals thank you for attending and remind you to buckle up and drive home safely.